What do we have here? Obviously, a very old painting.
Yes, I believe this is the earliest known painting by Eanger I, and I think this was painted by him when he was about 12, 13 years old.
Okay. I know that he did some Impressionist paintings. You know how to tell the difference between Impressionism and Post-Impressionism?
No.
Blurry, extra blurry.
I took a risk when I purchased the painting online, but the one thing that I'm very proud of is that I saved this painting from ending up in a trash heap someplace, and I actually was fortunate enough to preserve this part of history.
I know a little bit about him. He was a really famous American painter, and he got famous for painting American Indians. It was always family life. It was like a mother and a child, a father weaving a basket. He was one of those artists, I mean, not quite Norman Rockwell, but people know him because he did all the calendars for the Santa Fe Railroad.
Right.
And that's how everyone got to know his art. You mind if I pick it up?
Oh, no, not at all. Go ahead.
Okay, and why do you think Kaus did this? I mean, I see his signature there, but
Right.
his paintings don't look anything like this.
Well, I contacted the Kaus Foundation, and I talked to his granddaughter, and she is the foremost expert on Kaus paintings, and she invited me out to Taos. And when I showed her the painting, she took me in a back room and showed me a really early signature that nobody's seen. And she's like, "You're not going to believe this, but this is a dead ringer signature."
Okay. Well, it's definitely old, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Okay? But it's also in really, really bad shape. And my big concern is we have brackets here that say 1885. Okay? He was already a sophisticated artist by 1885. He would have not painted what was on the other side of this. It looks to me like these brackets were used to make the stretcher. And this isn't a Kaus if it was made after 1885. What did you want for it?
I was told that it could possibly be worth $75,000 to $100,000 to the right collector, but I'd be comfortable letting it go for around $50,000.
There might be something here. I don't know if it's 50 grand, but there might be something here. I have a friend, he's coming down anyway, so I'll have him look at it, I'll get his opinion, and we'll go for there.
Okay.
When he gets here, we'll come and help you out.
Sounds
okay?
great. All right, thank you. I think when the art appraiser comes in and looks at the painting, looks at the paperwork that I have, I believe he's going to say that it is the real deal.
Check this out. This guy says he has an Eanger Kaus, and it doesn't look like his stuff.
No, not at all.
Well, we're going by what a 12-year-old boy would think of Native Americans at that point.
Is that when this is believed to have been painted, when he was 12 years old?
Yeah, this is like the earliest painting that we think exists.
Okay. Well, I guess that explains things. I mean, this isn't bad for a 12-year-old, but for a Kaus, it's pretty rudimentary.
Yes.
From what I know of the artist, he grew up surrounded by Native American culture.
Right.
The Chippewa tribes were around the area that he grew up, so he had an early fascination, and this kind of demonstrates a little bit of that inspiration without having a full understanding of what goes into it. Now, since you obtained the piece, did you do anything to authenticate it or trace the history?
Well, I called Virginia Kaus Levitt.
Okay.
And she's the foremost expert on his work. So after inspecting it, looking under black light on the signature, she made the decision that the signature was original to the painting.
Okay, well, that's good. It's not in great shape. It's obviously faded. The colors are very muted. You know, it's kind of funny to say this, but I think I'm less concerned about the authenticity than I am, the piece itself. You did a nice job tracing the history and the authenticity. You went to the right source. She's recognized as kind of the go-to on Kaus artworks, and the fact that she says it's authentic, that's good enough for me.
Cool.
The problem you get into, I mean, this is a piece that I think would be much more valuable to a museum, somebody that had an exhibition of Kaus's work. It's in poor condition. It would take a lot of restoration just to get this, to a real marketable state.
How much would it cost to repair this?
You'd probably be looking at about $5,000, I think, if you used a real competent conservator.
And if it was restored, what do you think it would be worth?
To a fine art collector, if it was restored, it might be because of the name. It might be a, you know, maybe a $20,000 piece, but that's about as much as you can put on it, I think.
Okay, thanks, man.
Hey, Rick, my pleasure. Good to see you, as always.
If you go up front, Travis has got some stuff for you to look at.
Excellent. I'll take a look. Thank you, guys.
All right, have a great day. Thank you.
The painting isn't bad for a 12-year-old, but when you consider how esteemed the artist became, it's a pretty bad piece. That's a piece that would have interest to a museum to show how the artist progressed and transitioned to the type of work that he was famous for, but it's not the type of work that an astute collector is going to hold in esteem.
I know it's not what you want to hear.
No.
I mean, but if you listen to him, you understand what he has to say.
Yeah, I totally understand.
I know you wanted 50 grand for it, but I just don't see a deal happening here. It's just too difficult for me to sell.
All right.
Okay, have a good one, man.
Thank you very much. Not to have an offer made, I feel a little deflated. I believe the painting was worth more than what appraisal was.